What's up, everybody? Divine here. I wanted to talk about this Aloy drama, and I want to give my opinions on it, my thoughts, and break it all down and try to put it into a concise video. I already tried to record this, but I don't think it was not concise enough, so I kind of want to try to retry this and, talk about it and give my thoughts and opinions on Aloy and if she is worth it. First of all, I would like to say I think Aloy is worth it. If you don't know how Aloy's kit works, I did make a video on talking about her kit and going over her kit. One thing you just need to know, and big thing you need to know, and the thing a lot of people are complaining about is her skill. And it's not that her initial skill, the throw, is the thing. It's the bomblets. If you don't know, these bomblets do two things. One decreases attack, the other is increased normal attack via coil stacks. The way coil stacks works is the initial bomb gives you the first stack. 3 more bombs. If anybody hits those 3 bombs, anybody hits those 3 bombs, you gain coil stacks. Once you get 4 stacks, you go into rushing ice and you increase your normal attack damage. Also, each stack increases normal attack damage, by certain percentages that increases based off talent levels. And so, with that, it kind of makes it to where Aloy is a character you need to manage a lot with. But also, something that, irks a lot of people is that you cannot get all the stacks at once. You have to wait 0.1 second. So this means characters like Kazuha, if you try to swirl them all up, you will not get all 4 stacks. You will get like 3, and then you'll be sitting there very confused. She has 6 bombs, so like you can sort of get it done, but at the same time you need to have some finesse with it. You need to have some control, some movement, because you need to make sure that multiple enemies are hitting the bombs, or that you suck the bombs in and they hit one by one. So with that, a lot of people are saying, this is the reason Aloy sucks. This is the reason Aloy sucks. I disagree. And the reason I disagree is because of what these bombs do, for one. One, they increase Aloy's normal attack damage. For one, if you don't know, Aloy's stats, her numbers, are fairly low. So when you have something built into your kit, like just normal attack bonus, this is really good. That's really good, because then it just boosts your damage even further. And it can take you, it can take your numbers and make them look really low, but then you're doing crackhead numbers. And so, with this, you are decreasing attack and gaining normal attack bonus. And then at that, you are gaining cryo infusion if you get 4 stacks for 10 seconds. That is great to me. That's really good, because, that's it gives her a higher damage ceiling with, converting into cryo and more cryo application. Of course, it's single target damage, so like it's not the best kind of damage. AoE damage is always going to be better, of course. But also, the thing is, with her burst, with all this together, this all starts to add up because it's really good. Her burst has, I don't know why I logged out of that, but her burst has a 40 energy cost with a 12-second duration. At level 5 is doing about 500 damage. 476. This is borderline nuts. A lot of people, I think, are downplaying her damage and downplaying her numbers. I'm not saying her numbers are great or broken, but I will say that her numbers are pretty good. They're not the strongest numbers. They're not the most OP numbers, but they are good numbers. And for 12-second cooldown and a 40 energy cost, that is amazing. That is amazing. And then you see how much energy she gets. She gets like 4 particles. And now I have cryo. And you see this? I'm doing about 3Ks and 4Ks. 1Ks at the beginning. And those final hits do like 3 to 4K. If I was to swap into my icon, and we were to go somewhere where we can fight, my Ica would do typically 4 to 5 to 6k damage. This is around a 1 to 2k damage difference. With that, think about it for a second. That's only 1 to 2k. Yes, that's going to add up as it like over the DPS time. That's going to add up, of course. But at the same time, you can buff this damage in significantly more ways. And when doing that, it makes the damage so much insane. And you gotta think about it, Ayaka has higher base attack. She's using a higher base attack weapon. And, you know, that all takes into account. And so my thing is, in saying all this, my Aloy is using a 3-star refined 5 weapon. If I was to give her a 5, if I was to give, you know, her even just a 4-star weapon right now, her damage probably would skyrocket. Her damage would change, like go up like 2 to 3k, and be probably on par with Ayaka's. And that's insane. You know, and I'm not saying she's gonna out DPS Ayaka. Do not get that twisted, please. Do not misinterpret that. Do not take that as that. No, I'm not saying she will out DPS Ayaka. I am saying simply enough. She has potential, and she's not gonna, you know, be the most broken unit, but she's gonna be able to do some good damage, you know, that rivals free-to-play units. And so with this unit, she is mainly meant to be something for the free unit, for the free people, the people who don't have any, you know, broken 5 stars, the people who don't have all the money to spend. If you are a whale and you were expecting this unit to be busted, I'm very sorry. I am very sorry that that happened to you, because that was never going to be the intention of this. Like, if you've already, you know, got all these units, and you got Ganyu, and you got all these units, and you were expecting her to be like Ganyu, that was never going to be the case. And the reason that was never going to be the case is because Ganyu is the ceiling. Ganyu is the ceiling for all things in terms of damage in this game. In terms of DPS, Ganyu is the ceiling, meaning that is the maximum that they usually will go. And with that, you know, we rarely see units go above that threshold, and there's a good reason for it, because it would break the game. Ganyu, when she came out, broke the game. Literally, she had everyone going berserker mode, because it was unfathomable having character hit 50k on a charge shot. And then on top of that, she was doing nice free-to-play numbers with like 15 and 20Ks. That was really good. And so that's what I'm saying. Aloy herself is doing 15 to 20Ks. You know, my skill right now does 7k. My skill right now does 7k. Those bombless do 1.6k. See what I'm saying? That burst, 16k. And so with all of that, I'm like, how is she bad? How is she bad? These are good, like, to me, these are good numbers. I don't know what numbers people are used to. I don't know what you're playing. Like, but these are good numbers to me. I think these are good numbers. And you have to take into account that this is a 3-star weapon also. So, taking all that into account, taking all this information in, when I compare her to my other units that I have, and the gear I have, and, you know, the equipment I have, and the things I can run on her, and all the things I can do with her, she has so much potential. I can run her with my Ayaka, and she'd probably be like the unit I'd use right after Ayaka's burst. Because Ayaka has an 80 energy cost, and she generates so many particles. So literally, I can do something like this, right? Switching to Ayaka, start my rotation with Ayaka. Do that. Yeah, I missed, but like, I would throw that bomb, and like, that bomb would hit. And like, the point would be like, it would decrease the attack, and then I would get energy for my Ayaka. And so with that, my point is that Aloy has a lot of team comps she could fit into, a lot of potential, and she's not just a DPS. I'm sorry, but she's not meant to do crazy DPS numbers. But even so, if you want to run her as a DPS, I think you can do it. Oh, she is about to die. But my point in saying all this, my point in this video is to say, I think people are downplaying Aloy. I think people sleep on Aloy, and I think people are trying to make it seem as if she's just a really bad character, and she's just terrible at the game. You know, and she's not worth your investment. When I think it all depends on where you are in the game. I think it all depends on where you are in the game. I think to say overall she's not worth it at all is wrong, right? That's wrong. But I think if you're someone who don't have a lot of units, you don't have, you know, Ayaka, Xiao, Zhongli, Albedo, these 5-star broken units, this unit will help you. This unit is not gonna solve all your issues. It's not gonna, you know, pay your mortgage and pay your rent and pay all your student loans and debts. But this unit will definitely help you and be like a crutch. Like, this will be a good unit for you if you have only like the starter units. You're saving for a special unit one day, you know, or you don't only have like 1 to 2 5-stars. This is a pretty nice unit to have as a free-to-play person. And I think people are just not giving the character, you know, reasonable standards. People have these standards that Ganyu is the top of the top, and if the characters does not be Ganyu, if any new bow characters don't be Ganyu, those bow characters aren't worth it. Those bow characters suck. That character is trash. Never, like, they're not worth it. And we have to take into effect what this character cost. You know, what this character cost you. You know, how much, you know, how complicated is the character, how much does a kit, you know, take to get to know, you know, and how much damage they do, and how flexible they are. We have to take all these into account, and when you take all these into account for Aloy, I see a unit who has a lot of potential, who has decent numbers, and has a really good element, and really good particle generation, and really good burst. So it's like, I don't think she's bad. I don't think she's terrible. I don't think she's trash. And I think people are just downplaying Aloy for the sake of downplaying Aloy. I don't know what expectations you might have. I don't know what expectations anybody might have. But my expectations, I was expecting a good free unit. And what I got was a good free unit. Comparing her to like my MC, I can see her being way stronger. Way stronger. Comparing her to some of the Kayas I've seen, I don't play Kaya, so I'm not gonna like speak too much on this, but I think she might be a better Kaya, and she probably could do way more with the cryo infusion. Cause right now I think the only thing like real true build Kaya can run is like physical, without Chung Yun. And the thing is, Aloy does not need a Chung Yun or nothing like that. She has cryo infusion on her own. You know what I mean? Built into her kit. Normal attack bonus built into her kit. You know, attack decrease built into her kit. And that's what I'm saying. She has all these buffs and things built into her kit that makes her so much stronger than on paper. Like, we can look at the numbers on paper and say, oh yeah, these numbers aren't that good. But when you take into account how fast she's shooting, you know, how quick you can do all this stuff, what units are on your team, what teams are you using, what builds are you using, it gets to the point where you realize this character can do so much things, and we're limiting these characters very much by thinking of these standards like this. Like, with these standards, I do not think we are giving characters fair credit. Not every unit is going to be better than Ganyu. Not every unit is going to be, you know, equal to Ganyu. You know, I think right now, in terms of the way characters are, you know, 2.1 characters and 2.2 characters, it's not about replacing your units. It's not about replacing Diluc. It's not about replacing Hu Tao. It's not about replacing Ganyu. It's not about replacing, you know, your Diona with a Sayu. No, it's about options. It's about, you know, what do you need in this game right now? Do you need a cryo unit? Here's a free cryo unit. Oh, do you need a top tier cryo DPS? Aika, you know, was out. So, you know, you should have got her. But, like, she's gone now. You need someone to restore all your energy on your team and look badass while doing it. And there's the Archon, Raiden Shogun. You know, you need a buffer who's Electro, Sora. And that's the thing. It's not about replacing any units. It's about, you know, giving you an option. Giving us more characters and options to build funner teams. I think people get caught up in the damage department so much that they don't realize there's so much more to this game than damage. Like fun, complexity, depth, those kind of things make a character as well. Many people say Eula suck just because, you know, you have to manage two Grimheart stacks in time. Like, what? What? So now Aloy sucks just because you can't trigger all the bombs and immediately? Huh? I don't get it. That's just me. I don't get it. I think complexity can make a character worse, but I do not think it's making. I don't think that 1 second is making Aloy completely trash. I think all it is making you have to think more, and I think having to think more in this game is actually better because what we do in this game is press R2, triangle, and circle. I'm pressing 3 buttons. More depth is not that bad. I'm just going to say that right now. I think that's not bad. I like complexity. I like depth. That's my own opinion. That's how I feel. But like, comment, subscribe, all that is very much appreciated. I wanted to go on a little rant. I kind of just wanted to give my feelings, my take. I see a lot of people downplaying Aloy, and I don't agree with it. I think she's great. I like her. I see the potential. I see what she can do. After playing with her, I want to get her talents up higher so I can, you know, do, like, to really show her as a DPS. Because I think, you know, 666 is not a good number as a DPS. I'd rather have 888 as a true DPS. Like, for example, my Shao or my Ayaka. Those are, like, numbers that you want to, like, achieve. Until then, I don't think you're truly, pushing your unit to the strongest they can be. You know what I'm saying? But like, comment, subscribe, again, all that is very much appreciated. If you liked the content, thank you. If you watched to this point, thank you. Have a nice day. See ya, and bye.